Hi everybody, Tracy Brown here. If you notice raindrops, you're seeing accurately. I'm sitting in the barely rain. It's been raining for 10 days straight here, so I'm just kind of rolling with it. I like to do my videos outside, and I've been inside for many days, so I'm like, I'm going outside anyway. So I just want to thank all of you for coming to my live Facebook little mini sessions that I had last week. So I had 5 days straight of different topics. A lot of those are really basically giving people a little bit of a taste of what attuned eating for attuned living looks like, my 6-month program. And that's always open to people. So you can come when you're ready, and you can do the live study sessions with us. You can do the self-study, whatever. There's all kinds of cool options. I'll put all the info down below this video so you can check it out. I am going to re-release all those videos with the emails that went with it, just so if you missed it, you didn't sign up in time, not a big deal, it's free. So you can have a little bit more access and just kind of get a taste of things if you're interested. So that being said, I'm really curious how you all are doing. It's in the northern hemisphere, it's summer, we're into June, and it's hot. And here in Florida, it's hot and rains like most days. So wondering how you're all doing with being in your body at this time of year, because it's almost like a rite of passage that you're supposed to be worried about your body at this time of year and feel like you've got to restrict or do all kinds of stuff with your eating or exercise a lot to be worthy enough to go to the beach. Or sad, even more sad, to be honest, is hiding yourself. These moments of our life are so precious, and we have these bodies at whatever able-bodiedness and ability level you have or health level you have, to at least be able to get out in the world. And part of that is showing up and showing yourself. And I know that's really hard to do when you feel like the body you have is not what the world says is adequate. But what I want to tell you is that all bodies are good bodies. You've probably heard this before, but I don't feel like you can hear that enough. And so maybe you've heard it, and maybe you don't love your body, but you're willing to be more okay with your body. And I would say a way to actually take action on that is, if you're feeling fearful of putting yourself fully out there, why don't you start with taking pictures of yourself? It's something that I think most of us shy away from. Is that I can't fully show my body because I'll get judged. Well, start showing it to yourself, to show yourself that you're not a monster, you don't have a bad body, that your belly isn't too big for a bikini, or you have to be covered up in a long shirt to be able to show yourself at the beach. So what I would say is start at your house. Start in your own privacy of your own room, and put on your swimsuit and take pictures of yourself, of your arm, your leg, your belly, your back, however you do selfies. And take pictures every day. And if you're having a great day, whole body picture, and really look at yourself and see yourself. And surprise yourself with wow, I'm okay. Or if you're feeling oh my gosh, I didn't know I was this size. Well, yeah, maybe I am, and maybe that's not so bad. But just really start to look at yourself and see what's really there. And the more you do it, the more you can end the dissonance between believing that your body's not a good enough body to have. I remember something that was really powerful for me. Before, I didn't have a cell phone that took pictures 15, 20 years ago. But I could just start to look at myself in sections. So maybe from here up, and actually just look and wait a minute, what's inherently not okay about the little bit of acne and the little bit of lines that are showing up, and that's part of being human and having life and interesting. And I would put my arm up and say, what's so inherently not okay with having an arm that squishes a little bit, and there's some really, really good reasons to be and feel squishy. I remember one time I had a client I don't like my white squishy arms. And I said, well, is there anything else that is white and squishy? And the first thing that popped in both of our minds was a marshmallow. And I said, well, aren't marshmallows fun and feel like connection and soft and delicious? And she's like, yeah. So I don't know what's so bad about having those descriptors put to you. And she started to see like, oh, well, that's not so bad. People like to feel softness and hold softness and be around sweetness. And like, I know. So that's what I want you to start practicing. There's lots of good resources for this. I know a lot of people put their pictures online. You don't have to do that. If that really empowers you, awesome, do it. And I know that most people are going to say, yes, you go, and we see you. But if that feels like too much, just start with your own self, seeing pictures of yourself, not allowing yourself to be mean to yourself, to be more fully out there. And I know a colleague, Vivian McMaster, she runs a really great class about this. Self-photography as a way to be, basically her programs are called Be Your Own Beloved. So I highly recommend that you check her out. But she's always been my inspiration, really, for encouraging people to do this work. I do my stuff really on the decoding end of like who says and what's so bad about, and let's look at the good and actually see it and acknowledge it. And she takes it one step further by seeing it with pictures. So I highly recommend you do all these practices. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I would love to support your personal journey with all this. If you feel resonant with getting that kind of support, please reach out to me. And I hope you're having a great day. Maybe it's not so rainy, but if it is, hey, enjoy the weather anyway and be out in it. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care.